Hi YouTube, welcome back to our channel. We are coming live to you today to do a couples travel tag, which I feel like so brings me back to the OG days on YouTube when people used to do tags, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so we're just gonna ask questions and answer them. Do you want to ask the first one?
Okay. What was the very first trip we ever took together?
We went to Paris. That was our first like abroad
Abroad
trip.
trip.
We went to London on like a different trip before, but Paris was like our first time leaving the country. It was good in
Yeah.
November, and it was like wintry kind of. It was really nice. Do you know what though? My favorite thing from our thing that trip is the fact that we had bought tickets to go into the Louvre to see the Mona Lisa, and this actually came up with the other day, and we didn't realize that you had to like book your slot beforehand or something.
We weren't quite
And
avid
yeah, we did not know what we were doing. We were like what 20, 21? It's been about 21. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were not
21.
avid travelers yet. So yeah, we did not see the Mona Lisa. We
No.
missed that. Okay, question number 2. Who suggested your first trip and who was nervous? I think I was nervous. Were you nervous?
No.
And I don't know who suggested it. I feel like we just sent each other TikToks and we were like, should we go to Paris? I
No.
mean, we'd been dating for like a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a year and a half. So yeah, but it was like kind of still COVIDy when we started dating. So I feel like people weren't really traveling yet properly. That's why we did a couple trips within the UK.
Yeah, we did London.
We did London, we went to Crawley.
Probably.
Yeah, that shows how bad COVID was at the time. Crawley. Um, okay, did either of you grow up traveling a lot or was it new for both of you? Do you want to go first?
Um, we did travel. Yeah, we did travel. I mean, I've only done like European places before I met you, but we would travel.
Yeah, my family traveled quite a lot. We're from Zimbabwe originally, so we have family kind of spread out around the world. And so, in order to like see each other, we
Kind
would
of forces
do,
you to
yeah, we would do like family reunions, and a lot of the time it being like Thailand or Bali, or we went to Vietnam together. It was the first family reunion. He came on. Yeah, and then except for that, like I'd done a USA road trip with my aunt as like a gift for doing she like takes each one of her nieces and nephews on like a trip after they did their GCSEs. So she took me to the US, which was my absolute dream trip. Um, and yeah, that was amazing, and Canada. Um, but yeah, I think I did travel quite a bit more than you, more like out of Europe. I feel like you've done more of Europe than
travel.
I've done. Um, but like also I lived in France for 7 years, so I'd done quite a bit of France. But yeah, do you want to ask the next one?
What was your first impression of each other as travel partners?
Uh,
That's an obscure question.
I feel like I know what your answer should be.
Well, yeah, yours was you're the organizer
Yeah,
and
very
you
much like have like a routine,
and um
an itinerary.
itinerary. Yeah.
Yeah, which I feel
Whereas
like I
you,
laxed. Like I feel like I got better at like, oh okay, that didn't happen. You know, like it wasn't
yeah,
like every day on our trip I had like a set itinerary when we were full time traveling. It was sort of
no,
like these are the things I'd like to do.
yeah,
It wasn't like we
but
have to
that
get
also
there.
helps. I
Yeah.
got I quite liked it.
Whereas in Paris, like the reason we couldn't go back and see the Mona Lisa is like the rest of our time there was like scheduled and like tickets were booked for other things. So like we couldn't go back, which I think is like it's nice, but it's also nice to have like a free day where you could go back and do the things you missed,
Yeah,
which is what I've learned.
I was
Um,
more laid back.
my first impression, yeah, laid back and quite like when things went wrong, you got very like uptight about it.
Yeah, but that was because I was
You
trying to
knew I
follow.
was trying to go on my
Yeah,
itinerary. Yeah, I get you, but um, yeah. So that's the tea. Okay, next question. Who's the planner and who's more spontaneous? Yeah, I would say I'm more the planner. But then I wouldn't really say you're that spontaneous. I feel like we're both kind of the planners. Like you kind of like to stick to the plan too,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we kind of have like a moment where we're like, well, should we do this instead? And then we're like,
But
yeah,
I quite like if there's a nice like place to eat or we walk past somewhere like that.
yeah, I'm the
I'd
same.
rather go to those places than like
Be step,
research
yeah.
because we at the start of the Europe trip we were researching where to eat.
But that was because we were really trying to stick to a budget, and I feel like that just like every day when you got back to the hotel knowing that you had to search where to go for dinner, where to go for lunch, I feel like that was so like stress. Whereas we kind of laxed on that later on, and we were like, here's ways. Okay, next question.
I'll see always a seat. You're always a seat.
Always.
And I'm middle seat.
Always. Although I have to say I do love the Virgin flights because it's just 2 seats by the window, so I can have the window seat and Alex can have the aisle seat, and that's the best option because I'm like, if we have to get up, we can just get up. Yeah, I'm here for it.
And we're quite often at the back.
Yeah, we always try and sit at the back. I like sitting at the
So
back.
we don't have to.
Walk past people or like I just like it at the back.
Yeah, you can.
And you don't have to worry when the plane like pulls up. You don't have to worry about like rushing up to get up. Like you're at the back anyway. Who cares? You know. I like that.
If you want to put your seat back, you can put.
Yeah, you can put your seat back without feeling guilty because I hate putting it back on people. What's one thing you always pack? I feel like there's a lot of things I always pack. Trying to think. I feel like when especially on our road trip in the US, it was always the tripod.
Yeah.
We always took the tripod. To be honest, really anywhere we always took the tripod and like the portable charger.
Yeah.
Photos were a priority for us. And then other than that, like, trying to think. Hat for you.
Yeah.
Alex always needs a hat. So that's it, I think. Next.
Do you prefer big cities, small towns, or nature trips?
I feel like we've done like
We've
so
done
many of
all
all
of
of them. I really love a big city, but then at the same time, I wouldn't say I love like a small town. Small towns are fine. Like I feel neither there or here
They're
for it.
nice for like a one night.
A one night thing. Like when we stopped in Wyoming and it's like this tiny little town, I'm like, it's fine. Would I prefer to be in like say, I don't know, Seattle? Probably, but it's fine for the night. But then I feel like the other end of that is the nature one, so that would be like Zion, Banff, places like that, and like that's incredible. So I'm like in between of those two places, like a city break or like Banff, Zion, Grand Canyon, like Flagstaff kind of vibes. Like that's a nice vibe.
Queenstown gave like
yeah,
town vibe, but also
yeah. But that's what I'm sort of saying about like Banff as well. Like it's not big.
No.
It's not a city, but it's like I don't know, I wouldn't class it like a small town. It's like a national park kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Luxury resort or backpacking hostel?
We didn't really do hostels.
We did not.
In the middle.
Yeah, we were kind of like in the middle. Yeah. In the cheaper countries for us, yeah.
Apart from that, you can get, if you look in the right places, you can get.
Yeah, especially like Thailand, the Philippines, like you can get some pretty nice hotels for like quite cheap. But I think like the closest we came from like a backpacking, yeah, for sure. I think the closest we came to like a backpacking place is probably, I'm thinking Honolulu. Like the hotels in Hawaii were so expensive. We were not like, it was cheaper for us to stay in the Maldives than it was Hawaii, which I'm like, it makes sense. Like we stayed in on a local island in the Maldives, whereas in Hawaii we stayed in like the center of Honolulu on Waikiki Beach, and it was pricey. And it was kind of gave backpacking, but like we had our own room, our own like bathroom, everything. But it was like you could tell it was catered.
Well, yeah, so it was on the verge of not really being a backpacking.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Because it was probably probably one of the cheaper
cheapest on the
places. Yeah.
island. Yep, for sure. Um,
Also, the like um the lodges like America like
oh, like the
motels.
motels.
That's probably the closest
Oh
you got
yeah,
to
those.
places that
Yeah,
backpackers.
there was one specifically. I think no, there's two. Oklahoma City. The one there like was really dodgy, and then the other one I think of is Salt Lake City.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the two that I'm like, oh, those were not good
Oh, when
stays.
we arrived at Panama City as well.
Oh yeah, but
Um,
so we arrived at the hotel in Panama City Beach, and the lady is like in the reception area. She was a guest, and she's like on the phone complaining to someone, being like, "Yeah, he booked us here. It sucks. I'm not staying here." Da, da, da. And Alex and I sat there thinking, "Oh my goodness, what is this
and it's like
room
late
gonna
at night.
be like?" And yeah, it was late. But actually, the room was like it was dated. It's like it is what it is, but it was
It's
really
fine.
nicely located,
It's fine.
and it was on the beach. So I'm like, what more could you really ask for? Okay, we're moving on to like food. Let's go into the food
what's
section
the
of this
weirdest?
tag.
What's the weirdest food we tried or had?
I know the weirdest food you tried, but I refused to try it.
Oh, right, yeah. What did you grab?
Which did you grab?
It's like a.
No, it's a Mapani worm, wasn't it?
Oh, right, yeah.
It was a
We're kind of the same thing.
yeah, a Mapani worm in Victoria Falls.
But,
It had like dirt on it.
yeah.
So we went to this
I
like
got a
it's
certificate,
you did get a certificate. Went to like this experience where it was like a cultural Zimbabwean experience in Victor Falls, and it was really really nice. And they had like loads of different foods. So they had like impala, buffalo, kudu, those sort of foods, which were really yum. And then they had the Mapani worm, which Alex and my mum tried. I could not be convinced, soz. And I feel like that was probably the weirdest thing you ate. On top of that, crocodile. Alex had crocodile. I tried the crocodile, did not like it. And you also had a gator sausage, but I speculate whether the gator sausage was a gator sausage. So we got it. What was it in New Orleans? And it was $8 a sausage. And I think that I don't think that was a real gator sausage. It looked like just sausage. What else? I feel like we in Korea we went and did like the Korean barbecue and we tried some of the like dishes around the side. They had like crab and other things. Those were kind of weird, but yeah, we always tried in every country to try something from that country. So okay, best meal you've had while traveling.
Mine was the burger.
I was thinking that exact same meal. The burger in South Africa was really tasty. Um,
The Korean barbecue.
the
We
Korean
had
barbecue
Korean
was really good.
barbecue.
I really liked the ramen.
Yeah.
We're
I
not really
liked
there.
it, but
I
I
liked
didn't.
it. I didn't expect to like it, so I really did like it. And it's
Cool.
difficult because I feel grilled. I loved grilled in Australia.
Yeah.
It's not the best meal, but it
not
was
the
one of
best.
the best takeouts we
I wouldn't
had.
have said it was the best burger we had.
No.
So,
Well, no, I would say the South African one was the best burger. So that was in Cape Town. And it was so tasty.
overlooking the beach.
Overlooking the beach. Yeah, it was a vibe. Um,
And the food there is
food in
really
South
good
Africa in
quality.
general is like so tasty and so well
Portion
priced.
size.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's more adventurous with food?
I would say because you tried the worm, probably you.
I'd say me.
I don't like fish. So like the second someone says there's fish in something, like I'm out. Same with like egg, I'm out. But then like I don't know. I don't know. Like I was the one wanting to try the ramen.
Yeah, true.
And I was like, let's try it. We're
There's
here. Let's do it.
There's sections of food that you would try with me and I would try with you.
Yeah. So yeah, it kind of depends on what it is. Was it my turn or your turn? Who did research? Oh, sorry. Who did research? Do you research restaurants ahead of time or wing it? A mix. A mix. Like even with the Korean barbecue, by the time we got to Korea, like we were well into traveling. But I feel like we had to research that on like the most affordable and the best, and,
Well,
like
we went to go to the
stuff
best
like that.
place, and it was 2.5 hour wait. So.
Yeah. No, that was Tokyo. That was for the ramen.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it just kind of depends. Especially when you're trying like traditional food, though, I feel like you do need to research to find something that's not a scam, because they do, especially in Europe. I found that a lot. Like, oh, go get a schnitzel. Oh, it costs $30, 30 euro, and it's like, okay, you go find somewhere else, and it's like 11. So, um,
Yeah. Okay.
your turn.
Street food or fine dining?
Again, we're in the in between.
Yeah. The only fine dining thing that I would class as fine dining
That we did
that we did was the duck in Singapore.
in Singapore. We had like
That
a
was a
whole
very
roasted
fancy,
duck that
the
was
whole fancy dish.
insane. That was insane. No, I don't know. Vegas. We went to the buffet. Now I don't know if that's like
I would call it fine dining.
fine dining, but it was nice. It was nice.
So if it's
I'm
more,
trying to think. I feel like we did more. Cactus Club. Would you call that fine dining? It's higher end than what we would usually eat in Canada.
yeah, I wouldn't call it fine dining.
No,
It's
it was
a
just
nice restaurant.
it was a nice restaurant.
Fine
Okay.
dining is like spending.
Yeah,
In my eyes,
it's
it's
like
spending loads on it.
well, then that buffet was loads. But yeah, I'm with you. The Singapore
But it's
duck.
a lot of food.
Yeah,
Whereas fine dining is like small
that's
food.
true.
But
That's true. Okay. Scariest travel moment you've had? Scariest.
go and watch the recent video.
Yeah, go watch our recent video.
That was
We'll give
pretty
you a
scary
little
and that.
spoiler. We may have accidentally dropped our car key in an ocean.
Yeah.
Go watch the video to find out what happened. But apart from that, the only other thing I would think of is when we took off from Singapore, and the plane was like shaking. I'm not joking. It was thunder. It was shaking. I was like, what is going on? And this little man behind us is praying out loud, and we're just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Yeah, that was a bad moment. And then I would also say maybe the scariest song, when I fell out of the luge. That was not a great moment for me. Yeah, yeah, so basically we were in Queenstown, and they have like a luge there. We did it 3 times, and then Alex was like, let's do it more. And I was like, well, if you're going to do it more, I want to do it more. So we both went on and did it more. And on the last go, I didn't slow down for a corner enough, and I ended up hitting the side and flipping out of the luge cart thing. Um, landed right on like my front, and then got up, and this other guy came down the luge and crashed into me. It's a great moment. But poor Alex was like sat at the end, because we were right at the end, and he was like, what's going on? But it's fine. I got back in the luge, finished the hill, and then ran home. Not really. Had to go get the gondola back down. It was a bad moment for me, but I survived, so it's what it is. Your turn.
Funniest travel fail.
Travel fail. Again, is this not the key?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not really
feel
funny,
like
was it?
it wasn't
I mean,
funny
it's
at the
funny now,
time,
but-
but like I look back and I'm like, lol, that's so embarrassing that we did that.
Was it Milan? I carried all the suitcases down the stairs. And then we went the wrong way.
We went the wrong
On the
way.
train.
Yeah. And then,
Then I
okay,
carried them
going
back
back to like Europe, which was like the first part of our trip. So in Madeira, which was our first stop, Alex slipped down some stairs that were going into the water. The last step. It had like moss on it and stuff, and he slipped and fell into the water. And then in Lake Como, I wanted to go see how cold the water was, because we bought our swimming costumes, and I was like, we will swim if the water's like nice enough. And I didn't realize that the cobbled stones were gonna be so slippy. And yeah, I slipped, fell into the like water, and then had to swim to go get my shoe because my shoe had fallen off and was like floating on top of the water away from me. So I had to like throw all my stuff at Alex and like swim after my shoe. And yeah, so I was wet for the rest of the day. But it's pretty funny looking back now. In the moment, I was a bit like, this is. I wasn't like hurt or anything, but I was embarrassed. It was like a lot of people just saw me do that.
Being wet afterwards. I
Mm.
mean, it dried. You dried fairly quickly.
It was warm, so it was pretty good. Um,
Have we ever argued or travelling? Yes.
where are you looking? You've missed
Oh, I
one.
missed one.
Best spontaneous decision you've done while traveling? Going to Disney World.
Yeah.
So we went to Florida just after the hurricane last year hit Tampa, and we were due to go fly into Orlando, drive down to Miami, spend a couple days in Miami, then drive up to Tampa and go on with our road trip. So we were never meant to go back to Orlando, and because the hurricane hit, we decided to not go to Tampa. Luckily, we had free cancellation on our hotel. We just felt like we didn't want to be in like people's way.
We wanted people to.
Like we wanted people to have their space. Like they just had a hurricane. A lot of stuff was destroyed, and like we didn't want to be like tourists, just kind of like hi. So we just thought it's best if we just divert, go back to Orlando. We'll just have a night in Orlando. And then I was like, well, we're in Orlando. We might as well just pop into Magic Kingdom. And let me tell you, I have wanted to go back ever since then. So we will be going back to do the rest of the parks. Is this your one or my one?
I don't know.
Have you ever argued while traveling, and what about? Yes. I couldn't tell you what about. Like, I feel, especially when you're in like high stress situations, it's always when it's like there's stuff going on that like you've got a time crunch on, you have a little spat. But like, yeah, it is what it is. It's not like memorable arguments I could like pinpoint, you know? No? No. People argue. It is what it is.
What's the destination that surprised us?
Good or bad? I was surprised by Seoul. I liked Seoul a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I thought I would really like Tokyo, and I did like Tokyo. It was fine, but I preferred Seoul.
The thing about Seoul that was annoying was just I just found it was a little hard to get around.
It was a little hard to get around because we tried to buy the tickets the first day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was just like they needed cash and we didn't have enough cash. I think like we were only there for 2 days too. Like I feel like if we were there for longer, maybe we would have figured it out better. But yeah, I really liked Seoul. The Philippines, we didn't love.
Yeah, I mean it was a nice place to chill, but
Yeah,
I think
it was. I think it's got a bit too much tourism to where we went to Boracay. I think over.
I feel like the island itself
has suffered from tourism massively. And I feel like the locals are just over it as well. So it's like, and we kind of got that vibe in Milan as well, of like the locals just being kind of like done with tourism. The Duomo, yeah. Banff, like I knew I was gonna love Banff, but like,
yes,
loved Banff. Felt the same about Hawaii. Like I knew I was gonna enjoy Hawaii. Everyone talks about Hawaii. Like you would hope it would live up to the expectations, and it like surpassed expectations for me. Like I loved Hawaii. Okay. Couple dynamics on the road. Who takes longer to pack? For sure. For sure. Who handles directions and maps? Both of us, yeah. You've gotten better at it. I feel like. Well, like when we went to New York, you weren't like the first time. You weren't the best at directions and stuff. You weren't, but you got a lot better in Europe. Yeah. And then I from Europe, you were great.
But for me, it's once I know where I'm going, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I need it. Like with the train.
Well, you do need a map though.
So, like with the tube stops.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Um,
both of us. Who's better at learning local phrases?
you.
Yeah, I guess me. To be totally honest, I mean, for most of our travels, we were in South Africa where they mostly speak English, Zimbabwe where they mostly speak English, um, the US, Australia, like they speak English. So even like Singapore, Malaysia, 90% of the times you get into a car, they start speaking English to you. So it's like, you know, um, and then same with like Tokyo and that they just like automatically speak English. The only place was like maybe Europe. I speak a little bit of French, so between the French and the English, we could kind of get through to people. But we did like when we were in like Germany, we'd be like "hello," like and like
Yeah.
"danke," or you know,
You would say that
you would say their term for
you
saying
can't
things.
be as
That
respectful
was
as
sort of
possible.
like because we were visiting so many countries in such like a short amount of time, we weren't going to learn the languages of these different countries. So we mainly tried to get the hellos and the thank yous. That was kind of it. I feel like we succeeded at that. Okay, who's the photographer and who's the model?
Honestly.
Well, you say that, but you are also the model. You have a lot of photos of you. But yes,
Yeah.
Alex is the photographer. He's the pro photographer. But I was also photographer a lot of times too.
Yeah.
What's one habit the other has while traveling that drives you a little crazy? I don't know if you'd want me to say mine. Do you know what it would be? I don't know if I should say yours or you might be annoyed with me. What's yours? You don't have one.
Try and think back. Surely mine's not wanting to get up.
Oh,
No?
can I say mine?
No.
You're gonna hate me. When we're at like an airport or we've got like a time crunch and we've got something we need to do or like get done, you'll be like, I need to go to the toilet. And then it's like 15 minutes later. Every single time. And I'm like standing there outside the toilets for like 15 minutes, like, okay. It has at times been like 15 minutes. And then I'm just sat there like, this is really awkward. And then I'm also but it's not like the planes I don't so much mind because it's like but it would be like on the way to the airport and it's like once we're through security and all that I don't care like because the plane's not going to go but it's like if we are on a time crunch trying to get to the airport then yeah I care a little bit. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, what's one habit that makes traveling with them amazing?
Won't happen. I feel like you're quite organised, so it does help.
Yeah,
Helps make it fly easier.
I feel like you're helpful with like bags.
Hmm.
Thanks. Especially in Europe. Very helpful carrying the bags up and down stairs and everything. Thank you very much. And then you're also helpful, like in especially in Europe when like we were stressing about where to eat and things like that, to like find somewhere. You were good at that. Okay, now we're on the future travel portion. So, bucket list destination for each of you.
Mm.
There's so many. I feel
We
like
haven't
we've
done South America yet, so I would say one of South America.
a South America country. I don't know. I have so many, like, because I'd really love to go to Disney World, which as I've already said. I'd love to go to Alaska. I would love to do the Caribbean. There's other places like Morocco, Egypt, Uh, yeah. Iceland. I'd love to go to Iceland. Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot on there. Um, places you'd love to live for 6 months.
Oh, no.
Canada. I'd love to live in Canada for 6 months. Do you want to read the next one?
What's one destination you disagree on?
So like one of you loves it, one of you doesn't. Disney World?
I don't not love it.
Okay. I don't know. Feel like you maybe enjoyed Queenstown a little bit more than me. I mean, I did love it, but I feel like it's a bit higher in your rankings than it would be in my rankings.
Yeah, I still wouldn't probably, if I had loads of money, I probably
Go back.
wouldn't go back.
Yeah, it's just I
It's
feel
quite
like
far away,
it
but
was quite an adventure-filled destination. I think that's why you liked it.
yeah.
Any way you can think of?
No.
Which trip are you most proud of pulling off?
Yeah.
The US one. So if anyone doesn't know, we drove from Miami all the way up to Vancouver and then drove back. Yeah, I'm proud of us on that one. Like I feel like that was so insane that we were able to do that. But then I also think like the night buses. Those were pretty insane. And then I also think
also,
getting all the flights in Asia.
yeah, I would agree.
That's
Yeah.
like that was
The night buses, I think.
the night buses were fair.
It was quite fairly easy.
But then are they fairly
Okay.
easy because I suppose because the rest we did was so difficult.
Yeah.
I would probably say
get to those, as long as you get
yeah.
to the night bus, you're fine. Just on it.
Yeah, you don't have to do security or anything like that. I would probably say the US one is one that I'm proud that we pulled off. I feel like that one's the one that sounds like the most
The
impressive.
US one was the most.
I feel like every time we told locals what we were doing, they were like, "Whoa, okay."
We had to put a lot of
effort. Full show. Okay. We are on to the last few questions. Souvenir time. Do you collect or skip them? Do we collect? Do we? Yeah. So we collect like quite a range of different souvenirs. I feel like we do patches, pins, magnets, postcards, a sticker. My hand's not even in the frame. Sticker. And then like if we see something in a place that we love, that's what we will also grab it. Yeah. So we are quite the souvenir collectors, yes. Next. What's your travel couple song or playlist? Taylor Swift? No, I feel like in South Africa we listened to a lot of Sabrina's album. Yeah. Coincidence, we listened to like a million times. And we listened to like a lot of like Taylor Swift TTPD anthology in the US. We listened to a lot of Taylor in general in the US. Also a bit of Wicked, a little bit of Noah Kahan, a little bit of like One Direction, that sort of stuff. Alex Warren. Yeah. I don't think it really changed from what we would normally listen to. Yeah, it was sort of the same stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you prefer sunrise views or sunset views? Sunset. Because he doesn't like waking up early.
I don't mind waking up early.
Well, you just sulk about it. Wake up early. I love a good sunrise. I really do think sunrises are so good.
Anyway, so we'd have to wake up even earlier. The day before.
Yeah, but even now you stress about waking up early and you're like waking up late. I just don't think you like waking up. Do you ever secretly watch travel vlogs of places you haven't booked yet? Secretly? Why would I? Not secretly. And the last question: if you had to describe your travel style in 3 words, what would it be? Ooh. Yeah, travel style. Um. I feel like we like to. Should we do it as like a couple of us together? Okay, I feel like we do like to do the cultural stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like quite cultural. Our style's quite cultural. Quite I can't think of the right word, but like we aren't dawdlers. We if we want to go do something, we go,
Efficient.
we do it. Efficient, that's it. We go, we do it, we see it, we go.
Planned, efficient, and exciting.
Planned, efficient, and you got rid of cultural.
Yeah.
Planned, efficient,
We plan.
organized, efficient, and exciting. Did you say?
Yeah, because we do the cultural things, but we also do
The fun things
the
too,
fun things
like
too.
the ice bar in Prague and the
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. But yeah, that is it. That is our tag, I guess. If you want to see any of the travel we have done, it is all up on our channel. So go check it out, see what we've gone up to. We are currently running a series right now about our US road trip where we spent 67 days in the US, and the Canada video is coming out tomorrow. So check that out. And we will see you there.
Yeah.
Bye.